Thank you, nurse. That'll be all. Well, hello there, Dr. Sexy MD. And as a doctor, I take viruses very seriously, and the coronavirus is no exception. Here are my tips for not catching the coronavirus. Tip number 1. Wash your hands. Just do it repeatedly throughout the day. Tip number 2. Hold your breath. The coronavirus is a respiratory virus. If you don't ever breathe again, you won't ever catch it. Tip number 3. Don't be around people like ever again. Tip number 4. Drink some Coronas. Life is too short not to. And contrary to popular belief, Coronas didn't actually cause the coronavirus.
You're so stupid!
Tip number 5. Don't be around sick people. I can't believe I have to say this, but nobody else is. If you see somebody coughing, give them a disgusted look, hold your breath, and run away. The coronavirus is not able to move faster than you are able to run, and that is just science facts. And finally, purchase some silver. Silver is antimicrobial, so get some silverware, silver plates, silver bowls, and silver cups, and watch your chances of catching the coronavirus evaporate into the wind. Dr. Sexy MD is not a real doctor. Yes, I am. Advice given by Dr. Sexy should not be taken seriously by anyone. That is 100% not true. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Campbell's Coins. I probably have the biggest unboxing that I've done on camera coming at you right now. It is one hefty mofo. Just right off the bat, this is packaged exactly like it should be. There's a small flat rate box in here, and then there is a small flat rate bubble mailer that is wrapped around that box and taped so that if somebody were to slice into this, it's still wrapped up well. Let's just go ahead and get to the unboxing. For anonymity's sake, I tore off the label so you can't see the dude's address. But this came from the one, the only, Flak Diesel. You can find him on Instagram. I'll put his handle in the video here. Excellent dude to purchase silver and gold from. And let's get into it. See, this is why I like buying from Flak. I spent a good amount of money with him, and he wrapped this sucker up quite well. We might even have another bubble mailer within this. And we do. But amazing job, and you can kind of see why it is so important to wrap up your items in such a manner, especially if you're shipping something that's fairly expensive. You don't want this stuff to get out, whether it's some sort of accident or if it's some sticky fingers. Look how long it's taking me, even with a knife, and yeah, I know I'm talking in front of a camera, but it's still taking me a while to go through all these layers to get to what is inside. And the more obstacles you can put in front of that would-be wannabe thief, the less likely your crap is going to get stolen. And you're gonna see in a second here why it is so important. So there's 3 layers. This is definitely not going anywhere. So thank you so much for that, Matt. Oh, finally, we're down to the box. You're gonna see why in a heartbeat it is so important. So we got 4 layers there. That's awesome. All right, so we're down to this flat rate box, and yeah, it's taped up pretty well, but you can kind of see like the sides bulging out, and that's just because the object in here is so heavy. So it doesn't matter if you tape up that box well, just getting tossed around from the mail will cause it to deform and possibly escape, and you just don't want that. So if you put your items inside this flat rate box and then wrap them up with these, you're really ensuring that your item will get there safely. I mean, aside from someone actually just taking the package, which, I mean, let's be honest, no postal employee is going to take the entire package. They're going to try to rip and go. So let's keep getting into this. And if you guys want, I purchase most of my metals off of Instagram, and I know of a bunch of reputable sellers who not only do they package up their items well, they have a good variety of things. They have decent pricing on things. They're not trying to gouge you. And they have a good variety that is just constantly being refreshed and bringing something new to the table. And Flak Diesel is one of those guys. I can go to a bunch of different sellers on Instagram, and a lot of them will have the same thing over and over and over again, and it gets kind of boring. And I'm not putting those guys down at all. They're just trying to make a living. They're just selling off stuff. But Matt, I'm going to use his first name, that dude goes out and he finds some really, I'm not going to say off the wall, but some really rare items. Items that you wouldn't even think exist. He's finding those and he's bringing them to the community to purchase from. And I got to tell you, there are items that I didn't even know were out there. And once I found out, I'm like, wow, how could I have possibly missed this? And that is why I like dealing with Flak Diesel so much. He just constantly has new, interesting things that almost no one else has. And I really appreciate that about him. Not only that, but he's a good dude. He has excellent communication. He just a top-notch seller all around. And this just kind of goes to show. So even though it was put into 4 different layers, put inside a box, he still wrapped it up in more bubble mailer. So if this item was somehow stolen, it still would take this person a good amount of time to get through it. And yeah, I am talking on the camera and somebody can probably get through all of these really quickly, but it's still going to take them a good amount of time. All right, man, did you hear that thud? Big old item. What could be in here? It's a Johnson Matthey 100-ounce bar. This guy is one hefty mofo. Look at that. That's probably a good 1.5 inches thick by about 6.5, 7 inches long. Look at that piece. Serial number. We have the weights right here. Purity 999 plus, and then the assay. So this comes from Canada. Let's see if I can get this zoomed in. Pardon me while I try to get that. There we go. Wow. This is one chunky monkey. Well, I appreciate this, Matt. Thank you very much. I love dealing with Matt, and he always gets some good product out there. So if you guys are into gold and silver, if you're on Instagram, check out Flak Diesel. Here's his handle once again. Let me zoom out on this. Hit him up on Instagram. He's got auctions. I think he does 2 auctions a week. Lots of good items, lots of interesting stuff. And if you guys are interested in other sellers, because there are a host of other good sellers out there, either send me a message on Instagram or send me an email. My email is listed on the YouTube channel, and I'll give you a list of people to buy from. There's just a ton of good people out there, but there are a few people out there that give these sellers a bad name just because they don't ship well, or they don't they don't test their product, or could be some other things. But I know which ones are really, really good to deal with, and whose word is gold. Hey, boys and girls. So there was one other thing I wanted to bring up. It's not a small thing either. I wanted to discuss why I buy from these awesome folks like Flak Diesel or Stacking.nyc or Royal Coins Houston. And there are a lot more that I'm just not naming right now, but they're there. And if you hear any weird noises, that's actually my dog. She's being a butt right now. So I keep buying from these folks because of 2 things: honesty and integrity. I know that the product that I'm buying is genuine. I know that what they tell me is what I'm going to get. If a coin has been cleaned, if there are milk spots, they list that. They don't just say, hey, we're selling this coin, here you go. And then when you get it, you find out, oh, great, I got this coin for a decent deal. I got it for melt, but why did I get it for melt? What were the issues for this coin? Or if you got a premium silver coin that was just a few dollars over spot, you're like, well, wait a second, what happened there? What are all these milk spots doing on a coin that I wasn't shown any of this? These aren't things that you as a buyer should have to ask the seller, like, what are the issues with your coin or bar? That's the responsibility of the seller to tell whoever is buying, to put it in their post, hey, look, these are the issues with the coin, here's the price, do as you will. And a lot of people don't have that honesty in them, and they're trying to make a quick buck. So they don't care who they F over. And that really matters to me. And that's why I purchase from the people that I purchase from. And I continually will purchase from them for those reasons. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking through this huge unboxing. I just got to tip my hat off to Matt at Flak Diesel once again, because this is a gorgeous hunk of silver. All right, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. This is Campbell's Coins, and that's my 2 cents.
Thank you.